What would you want to change on the streets?
I would want to. I think it's just we need more people to look normal on bikes. On the commutes, too many people in Nike. I know it's at times necessary, but we don't look like them. We don't like the people who are in their cars, on the buses. My thing, I thought up the other day, why has no one in cycling ever said, you're guaranteed a seat every day? You don't have to fight over a seat. You've got one from door to door. And this for me is a celebration. I go on a lot of other protests and I find them quite depressing because they are protests or demonstrations. This I think is a party on bikes. But the protests are always a bit grim. It's like, why do we have to do this? But I actually think London's moving the right way. I'm an optimist. I think things are looking good for us.
Do you think it's moving in the right direction because it needs change? There are certain areas.
We're forcing the change. I mean, look at this. Look how many people. Look at the roads as well. I mean, I've been on my bike for 10 years in London. When I first was on it, for me it was a weekend pursuit. I'd go out. Now I live on the bike. I actually don't walk anywhere. When I walk with friends, they think I'm in good shape as I cycle. I'm the slow one at the back. I think we've got good reason to be optimistic.
Yeah. There's been certain demands from taxi drivers to ask for cyclists to have licences. How possible do you think that could actually ever be? Do you think that's just
I'll go with that. If all taxi drivers are prepared to stand up and admit they're not the best drivers on the roads, use their indicators, don't run us off the roads, don't at times, they absolutely hate us, I think, as a mass, because we're a threat to their earnings. They have privileged rights in terms of lane access, above and beyond other motorists. I know they're vital to some parts of business to get around the city, but if the taxi drivers feel under attack by cyclists, I think that's a good thing. We're the future of healthy cities, cyclists, pedestrians as well. That's what I'd like to see more of, more people actually campaigning for pedestrian rights. Because with pedestrian rights, we're going to get greater rights for cyclists as well, I believe.
Do you think pedestrians should also carry around like a little horn or a little bell as well so they can drink?
No, there's room for all of us. That's what I like to say. When you have those little moments with a pedestrian and they're saying sorry, you're saying sorry, my little phrase is room for us all. Also, it's people in cars, on buses. Well, won't buses you can buy things, you've got your smartphones, but you can't buy stuff, exchange money for goods and services in a car. Cyclists, we're much more able to jump off, go into a local shop, and pedestrians, of all people, they're the ones who we should be giving more love to in the city. Look at the South Bank, for example, one of the greatest things this city has. Most other major cities have lost their routes alongside rivers, and look how much people enjoy a nice walk where it's safe to do so.
So for you, what do you think is the best thing about cycling? Because obviously my documentary is going to be about getting people interested in cycling again. So what do you think is the
freedom? Freedom to go and do more things than you thought were possible. For example, I had to work until 5 minutes ago. I've just come straight from work. After this, I can go and visit any number of friends, imaginary friends who are drinking in this city. I'm getting old. My friends don't go out that much anymore. We've all got kids. But it's the ease of just, getting around. And I wouldn't advocate it, but occasionally being, slightly 3 sheets to the wind and you can still get yourself home safely.
Just one last question. It's a bit of a somber note, but everywhere around the city we keep on seeing ghost bikes materialise and just like signifying the dangers that are out there. How powerful do you think these are? It's obviously remembering those that have gone and dangers to safety.
As a cyclist, I think they're hugely powerful. I mean, it's very powerful. But for other people, I'm not so sure. I hate seeing them because, it's a reminder of the dangers we face. But I think the education at the moment is going in the right direction. It's now often just focusing on avoid buses and lorries. It's true, you look at the stats. Avoid buses and lorries, and you're generally going to only come off with major life-changing injuries, not death. That's what big vehicles do to us.
But like I said on that note, cycling is about getting where you want, being free, and just loving cycling.
Yeah, and admiring some beautiful machines. A lot of people put a great amount of time and effort into their bikes, and I can't help but admire the weird and wackiness. The guy who's got all the stuff on his bike, who's the head really of, not the head, a figurehead of critical mass. There is no leader. It's just good fun. And the wind in your hair, you can have a chat while we're going along tonight, an exchange and interaction with cyclists. Pedestrians who are drinking like it, they'll all give us a wave, we'll wave back. We're going to have the odd confrontation, and being an old head on critical mass, I'm one of these miserable buggers that says, move along, there's no point, let's just keep going.
Don't get drawn into it.
No, there's no reason. You know, people are always going to be annoyed. It's, you know, it's Friday night. People want to go places. We're not. I think some people are antagonistic on critical mass, but the majority of us just want to cruise through. You know, it takes us 5-10 minutes to get through. Thanks very much for waiting. Sorry if we've delayed you.